Welcome back to my film and TV channel. Hope you all stay safe and well. We're going on to Amazon Prime today for, yes, I quite like this. Yeah, a lot of people don't. I don't know why. I thought perhaps I was in just the right sort of frame of mind for it, just back from my holidays, back to the gloomy weather. So perhaps I was just in the right mood to be cheered up, and this certainly cheered me up. Yeah, in good ways. We're going to look at Play Dirty, which is a heist action thriller co-written and directed by Shane Black, who is quite a popular guy, of course. 125 minutes. I usually don't like that, but more of that in a moment. 15 certificate based on the Parker book series. I've not read that. If you've read the book series, then obviously some people are actually commenting on the guy who played the lead in this and whether he was right for the role. But I liked it. He's not the greatest character actor in the world. But I like him. He is what he is. He plays a role that he plays in most films he takes part in. We'll talk about him in a minute. This is a book series, Parker, by Donald E. Westlake, under the pen name Richard Stark. I might keep my eye open for that. I don't know if I've read any of those books. Opinions on this do differ. Interestingly enough, Nate Richard from Collider website scored this 70 and said Black proves that he's still capable of delivering equal parts funny and action-heavy comedy with all the trademarks that make us love him as a filmmaker. But, yes, all good then. No, not really. Matt Zoller-Seltz from RogerEbbett.com, he scored this 38 and said easily the most forgettable of Shane Black's films as both writer and writer-director. Well, they can't both be right, can they? So I'm more on Nate's side on this one. He scored it 70 on Collider. But anyway, we'll have a look. Please, guys, if you are new to the channel, smash those buttons. Great to have you on board. Press the likes. Subscribe if you've not already done so. If you like the content, that'd be fantastic. If you want to help my little channel grow, algorithms are important. And we have something called a hype button. Now, most people have found it. Some people don't. But if you've got a hype button, you can spare me any points. That'd be wonderful. Help the channel as well. Help little old Birded going forward. That'd be great. A bit more before we go. Anyway, let's get back onto this review. That's what we're interested in, isn't it? What's it about, this story? Well, it's an expert thief. If you're not familiar with the books, an expert thief rolls out the biggest heist of his life in Play Dirty, an action-packed thriller, their words, not mine, from director Shane Black. Parker, along with Grofield Zen and a skilled crew, yeah, that's debatable, the skilled crew bit, stumble onto a score that pits him against the New York mob in this gritty caper. Yes, the New York mob guy. The lead guy's nice to see him as well. You'll know who it is when you see him. Anyway, this stars Mark Wahlberg as Parker, Lakeith Stanfield as Grofield, and yes, he's another Stark character in the books, along with Rosa Salazar, Keegan Michael Key, Chukwudi Iwuju, Nat Wolff, Gretchen Moll, Thomas Jane, and Tony Shalhoub all star in this. Yes, interesting bunch of names there. It was released by Amazon MGM Studios via Prime on October the 1st. I'm doing this review on the 12th of October, just a couple of days back from the sun. I really enjoyed this. I did enjoy the absurdity, the fun in this. Wahlberg at his best. This is the sort of role I like him. A lot of critics are saying it's not his best stuff. He's done better, blah blah blah. But I thought he was perfect for this. There's great chemistry between him and the Salazar character as well. And yeah, other people didn't quite agree. Let's look at David Rooney from Hollywood Reporter. He said this about the film. He said, as in most of his roles since The Departed and The Fighter, Wahlberg shows little charisma, particularly when he's flanked by an actor with the irreverent verve of Lakeith Stanfield, who steals every scene without even breaking a sweat. That's not to say Wahlberg is the movie's sole shortcoming, not by a long shot. Oh, well, at least he was kind to him there, wasn't he? I have to totally disagree with David. Most of this, I agree with the Stanfield bit. He's excellent as well in this, but yeah, I don't agree with David at all on those comments. John Nugent from Empire was a little bit kinder. Empire magazine, he scored this 60. He said, not quite vintage Black, and Mark Wahlberg is no Robert Downey Jr. He certainly isn't. He's Mark Wahlberg. But this is fast and funny enough to be worth a couple of your hours. It is. Squint hard enough and it almost feels like you're back in the 90s. I did squint. I squinted a lot and I was there. Nothing wrong with being back in the 90s. I wish I was at times. When I first opened my video shop in Manchester back in the mid-90s. So happy times. Some of the action scenes were less than perfect, so you could see the join at times. But the imperfections for me just added to the entertainment. I just found it quite funny. It was a brave attempt at some interesting action scenes as well. They weren't, they were sort of different, which I like. A little bit unusual. And said I forgive seeing the joins and the poor special effects at times because they were trying something a little bit clever and in a sort of comic book style way. It sort of worked for me. I did say about the time, intro at 2 hours. I thought it was great. I mean, usually a film like this, I'm happy at an hour and 20 minutes, an hour at 30 minutes, but this didn't drag at all for me. And I can't say that about many dark comedy action thrillers I've watched over recent times. Certainly straight to streaming films, which is what this is. David Ehrlich from IndieWire, he liked it. He scored it 70. He said, well, this isn't quite the stuff of vintage black. It's close enough that I wouldn't mind seeing him crank another one out every 2 years for the next decade. Here, I agree. As long as I'm here for the next decade, I hope so. Yeah, I totally agree with David. Yes, I do agree sometimes with other critics. Of course I do. I'm all in on that one. Just great fun. I thought the film was great fun. Simple, yes. You perhaps have to turn your brain off a little bit at times and just go for it. I like Wahlberg anyway. Don't think he's the greatest actor in the world, but he did what he had to do. And I said some of the other faces in this were familiar and very welcoming. There's not really a weak point, I don't think, on the acting side in this film. And after reading some not so good reviews, which we'll talk about in a second, this was a really pleasant surprise for me. I really like this. Rotten Tomatoes, only 46% positivity, 54 critics, 25 were fresh, but 29 rotten. Let's make that 26 fresh with mine. The website's consensus, Play Dirty marks a welcome return for writer-director Shane Black to the realm of wisecracking crime thriller, but haphazard execution makes this vehicle less of a comeback and more just low-stakes mucking around. Well, mucking around I like doing. Rotten Tomato users just 2.8 out of 5. Joe Public didn't particularly like it. Metacritic, their site gave it 46 out of 100 based on 14 critics. 4 were positive, 6 were mixed, and 4 negative. So let's make that 5 positive in mine. Metacritic users, again, not impressed, 4.5 out of 10. Internet Movie Database, almost at that 6 out of 10, which is my sort of watchable score. It's a 5.9. with over 12,000 scores and reviews. So it wouldn't take much to get up there, but I think this will probably hover around 5.5 to 5.8 or something like that, probably. I don't think it'll get up to 6 in its time on Internet Movie Database anyway. But I'm going to blow that out of the water. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. I've thoroughly enjoyed this. I thought it was a great film. I'd watch it again all day long if there wasn't other things to watch. But yeah, I really liked it, guys. I perhaps was in the mood for it. I just thought it was great, yet a lot of people didn't. But let me know what you think, guys. Great to have your opinions. Please, guys, if you have smashed those buttons and give that hype, that's wonderful. And if you want to contact me or you want to help support the channel with sponsorships, etc., I'm always open to anything like that. So if you can help us out going forward, there are ways of doing that. All you ever have to do is keep watching and listening.
Hi again, hope you enjoyed the feature, guys. Thanks for watching. Please, if you did enjoy the content, please give us a thumbs up, and if not already done so, press that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, that'd be wonderful. It's free to subscribe, absolutely free. Also, check out my social media links if you want to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook. They'll all be in the description below. And my special thanks to supporters of the channel, yes, Piat6505, who have an eBay shop selling film and TV memorabilia, including posters, books, magazines. There'll be a link again in the comments section. And if you're into your football, don't forget my football stuff on Manchester City for general football fans, but mainly City fans, of course. Or if you know someone who might enjoy that, give them a kick in my direction. I'll be very, very grateful. And as ever, guys, comments on this feature is wonderful. Anything to do with film and TV is always very, very welcome. It's great to talk film and TV. I thank you guys for your support. Stay safe, everyone.